Okay. All right. I believe. Yep, I'm live. I'm not sure if YouTube is seeing this, but we shall find out. Dave, good morning. Okay, so I don't know. Can you hear me? So this is my first time using StreamYard on my own computer. I've used it just joining in chat with everybody, but I haven't used it myself. So I just first time setting it up. Just want to make sure I'm good to go. Because I've been known to sit here for like 30 minutes. All right, cool. Sounds good. But yeah, that annoying glare, I just, have to wait till nighttime to actually do to get this looking better. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that front and on the right side, it's just a double glare of the front door and then the windows in my living room here. So, yeah, thanks. Yeah, I don't know. I've had this tank up for about, I don't know, about 5 months or so. I had him in a smaller. See, when I first started my saltwater, I started out in a 30-gallon breeder with the clownfish and just small like the gobies and all that. Moved it to a 65-gallon, which currently I have a flower horn in right now because my ultimate goal was to move this. This is actually a 150-gallon. I just have it on a portion of it right now, but because the glare, maybe I can. Just trying to set it in the best spot I can, even though there really is no best spot right now. So, but yeah, it's a work in progress. And I have currently, I'll move this real quick. Currently, I got the paper right there I got the two lights still. I got two lights. I had to put paper in front because obviously the glare is I'm sitting below the light and it's just going to just kind of blind the hell out of me. So, yeah, I need to get one more light on that side because these lights here are just crazy expensive. And just saved up a little extra cash to kind of build them up. But yeah, I mean, and like you guys know with saltwater, whether you've had saltwater or not, it's never, you feel like it's never done. I mean, you probably feel like that with freshwater tanks too, and I have, I still do with my freshwater tanks that I got, but especially with saltwater, good God, man, you just feel like there's always something else that you have to have. And I told myself, hey, going getting corals is going to be just ridiculously crazy as far as what you got to have. And I was like, nah, I'm just going to do rock, like they call them Fowler tanks, I guess, like fish only something. But I was doing great with that. Just got the live rock, but then I just said, okay, I'll buy one light. I had it in the middle, and so I put the coral, bought a little coral, and bought another one, I went for the cheap ones. Maybe like, when I mean cheap ones, you see them for like, if you're lucky, $20, $30. But then you know how those can, you get a frag of a coral, and that shit will go up. You know, you could be paying like $250 for a coral. I'm like, nah, I just let it grow. You know, so. But I don't know who's I don't know who's all. I know there's. I've seen. I went on the stream. What was it? Yesterday, I saw. You know, Terry, Shanna. I hope everybody was on there yesterday morning. I was sitting there watching it. You know, I guess they had the games and all that. That was pretty fun. But I was sitting there watching their feed as I was cleaning my my freshwater tanks. So it was just something to watch, something to do. I'm pretty much a morning person. Okay, cool. So you do have salt. Okay, awesome. Several salt. Okay. Yeah, I like it, man. You know, I mean, after I realized it's not too hard to have a saltwater tank. Um. Okay. Yeah. You do the small ones. Watch them. Yep. Same here. Same here. I mean, I still have. If you see, right. Let's see that green one on top there. I think that's a. If I get, I mean, if you zoom, that's a Duncan coral. I'm just learning these names of these corals. So, and then that one over there, you can't really see the color on it. I'm not sure what that one is, but I put a picture up on the. Did I? No, I will though. And then that one over there is like a mushroom. And then that red one, there's actually 3 of them that are there. I'm not quite sure. I'm horrible at that. And then that green one, there's actually 2 of them, and it kind of looks like a mushroom, like an actual mushroom, but I know it's not. I don't know. Every time I go, if I buy a coral at, I go to like the fish store where they have the coral selection. I usually have my normal place that I go to. There's actually 2 of them out here in Virginia Beach that I go to. I am so bad. It's like they'll tell me what they are, and then it's just I don't remember. So like next time I go back, I'll have to ask them what they're called, or else I can just post a picture on one of the coral reef group pages or something in my area. Everybody usually knows. Somebody will know it, but yeah, I just watch them spread. Just I guess they'll overtake the rock or something. I don't know. And you could see my awesome job at that one on the bottom left, the green one. You could see like the putty where I put it around the base, and it's horrible. I mean, it's hit or miss for me if it sticks or not. So yeah. I mean, I guess we'll see. If I don't know if I'm gonna end up moving. I don't want to move it, but and then down there on the left, you could see. That's the long tentacle anemone. It's kind of found its spot in those rocks, or I guess it attached its back, like the foot part. So it seems pretty happy there. It hasn't like got up and moved itself anywhere else, which I guess it can do that if it wants. And when I first got that thing, I was so worried. I was worried that it was going to eat the fish because I have, you see the small fish right there. But I even have a smaller one. The smallest one I have in there is it's a black molly. And I recently just found out that I didn't know black mollies can be acclimated to saltwater. Because I've had them I've had different mollies for freshwater. But yeah, I saw them there. I was like, what? And they said, yeah, they're usually found like at the mouth of, they say the Mississippi. I don't know. I can be completely off about that. But so I maybe like brackish water so they can be acclimated for both. So I bought 3, but for some reason, 2 of them didn't make it. And I have one in there somewhere still. I saw it this morning. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. But anyway, I don't see them. They go around in there, but I guess they could just move quick enough to get out of there if the tentacles wanted to grab them. Because I know if I touch tentacles, it just feels kind of sticky, and I guess that's where they sting you. So, so yeah, I mean, supposedly everybody tells me that it may host, if I'm saying this term right, it may host for the clownfish to go inside, just to nest or whatever they do in there. But it could take a very long time. I don't know. If they do, they do. It'd be kind of cool looking because I see it on videos. Okay, you got two salt mollies. Are they are they black ones? Are they different? Because that's the only ones I've ever seen was the black ones that were acclimated for salt water. But yeah, I mean, I think lately, like the main fish I've been buying in here was you can see the tangs. The only reason I got tangs is because I have them in a bigger tank. I wanted tangs, but I had the smaller tanks. And something I realized, I'm learning stuff all the time in the saltwater as I go. I mean, I've watched videos and stuff too, but yeah, I have these little seaweed strips that I have like there's a clip in there that I like a suction cup clip, and I put one in there like usually every day, and I had a yellow mimic tang. And I was like, what is going on with this thing? I fed him like the food that they told me to feed him, like the little tiny pellets. And that's before I had the little frozen cubes, right? So, and unfortunately, after like a week or so, it just got really weak. And I'm like, dang, is something wrong with my water off? Or it turns out, I just didn't have the seaweed strips. They're herbivores, I guess. So I learned that the hard way. Oh man, they got the ick. Yeah. Yeah, that always sucks for any tank that you have with any of them. But so after I figured out what I was doing wrong, I just the strips in there. I even bought the frozen little cubes, with like the shrimp and or a mix of the shrimp and the algae or whatever it is. Thought, just put in a little cup with the water and just pour it in after it's broken down. And yeah, man, these tangs, they're doing really well. And that last one I got right there was, you see the powder blue, like behind the rock, kind of behind that fox face. Yeah, that was the last one I got, and I've had him for about a week, week and a half. And then that purple tang down there, that's, yeah, I saw that one. I was like, oh man, you know how much those go for, you know. But it's doing really well, so that's cool. So overall, the next thing I hear is like, after a while, you want to think about, maybe if you have corals, you want to think about maybe getting a protein skimmer. Maybe it's not necessary, but if you have corals and this and that, you want to do it. And I was like, yeah, but this tank right here. Oh, hey, Mike, what's going on? Thanks for coming on. So I was just telling Dave, this is my first time using the what is this, StreamYard. I figured I just set it up finally on my own computer, made sure I was doing it right. Took a few trials. I'm horrible at like going live. My camera's not working, and you can hear me being like, "Fuck, what's going on?" So I think I finally figured it out. Pretty simple, but yeah, as far as they're like, get a protein skimmer eventually because it helps take out the broken down like waste and poop and all that. And I was like, well, doesn't the filter do that? But because if I were to tell someone with the actual good size and the full blown setup with a reef tank what I have in this thing, they'll be like, what? They'll be like, that's never going to work. Because surprisingly, here, I'll just move my camera. Oh, this is just the GoPro sitting. Yeah, finally got this GoPro to work on this. So on the side here, you could see I literally just bought that. That's a hang on the side protein skimmer, and I just set it up yesterday. Or was it yesterday, the day before? But anyway, finally got it to work. Set it up. It wasn't too hard. And I was worried that I was going to overflow, but it hasn't. Made sure all the connections were hooked up right, all that stuff. And so, yeah, it's like one thing after another. But I'd unplug it if I leave. Since it's not required to have running all the time, I unplug it when I leave. So anyway, the filtration that I have in this thing, people would normally have a sump, right? And that's the way, you would do it. You have the sump and you have your protein skimmer, I guess, inside the sump. I'm still trying to learn about these, like the ins and outs, the details of, because, you could buy the sump. You could just buy the sump at the um, the store, whatever, right? And yeah, they're crazy. Everything is just crazy expensive, with salt water. But I just been slowly building it, just slowly. But anyway, this tank is not drilled. Okay, it's not drilled for to have a sump, or else I would have to have the hang on the back. I guess what with the overflow thing, and I'm just like, and you need a return, and I'm just like, good Lord, man. So I do in this tank, and it's just starting to be a reef tank. All right, I do right now have, and I'm gonna say it, I have a canister filter. I have an FX6 that I had for my freshwater. This used to be a freshwater tank. I used to have an Oscar and some of the other fish, and it was great. Like the wife was so attached to the Oscar, and one day I gave her some notice that it's getting big, and there was another Oscar that was slightly smaller, and then like they're gonna get big, and then they're gonna eventually get hungry, and they're probably gonna eat the other fish. So it was great. I sold them. And they went to a good place. So you get an FX6 canister filter, you want to use it. So I tried it, I'm still using it, but I tried it when I just set up the fish only in this tank. And, um, it's doing pretty well so far. I clean it out every month, clean it out with the tank water so you don't mess up that water cycle with like hurting the beneficial bacteria and all that. Yeah. So yes, in this 150 gallon, I have a canister filter, I have a hang on the back. So it's just piecing it together. Right. So, yeah, it's going pretty well. Like one learning a little bit of information at a time. Like I said earlier, I learned the hard way with the tangs, with that yellow mimic tang that I had that unfortunately didn't make it. So, all right, who we got on here? What's up, Janet Fishkeeper? What's going on? Link 13 Mania. What's going on? So, okay, so Dave, you okay, yep. You have a canister on yours too. I mean, you could sit here and say, are they, yes, they're different from a sump, but a lot of it's, they do the same function, but they don't, but they do, but they don't, but they do. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Hey, real quick, do you guys, just to make sure I got this thing set up right, do you guys see, like, on your end, usually if, just to make sure I'm not missing anything here, does it show you the option if anybody comes up on the link? Like, like the little on your YouTube side, does it show the link just to make sure I'm doing this right? Because I don't know. I mean, just kind of playing it by ear, just shooting from the hip, Because I see everybody else has this, and I would just kind of join in, but I don't know. Like, make sure I'm doing this the right way. But anyway, hey Mike, that I saw a video with that snake. That's pretty cool. I've always wanted to, and a part of me is kind of wanted to get like, have a snake, but I guess I just haven't jumped into that area, It would be cool though, like if I wasn't such a wuss to hold a snake. And I know they're probably if you handle them correctly, I'm sure they're harmless and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, like I said earlier, I was watching yesterday, and that race with those ducks, that was some funny shit, man. I would try to get in there and guess a number, but I was cleaning my tank, one of the tanks in this room, the other one, not this one, but at the same time, and they're just like counting down. It's like, get your numbers in. You got 10 seconds. And I was like, well, that was funny. Beautiful, fed him first time last night. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's a nice snake. So do you have like do you so Mike, do you have uh you got your tanks and you got the snake. Is that kind of like your main things that you have, or you ever had anything else? Mm, all right. I know it takes like what about a minute to see people's posts or the chat here. Like I said, I'm new. I'm still new at this whole thing, so I just got into. I don't know. You could say I probably started like YouTube streaming only a couple months ago. So I've only done maybe a few episodes like on actual YouTube, but I've also done it on Facebook, um, like the Facebook Live, because on the group page on there, it's like I have a good chance of people seeing that. But something I learned was there's right days to or night times to do it. I guess like I tried it once on a Saturday. It was like actually last Saturday, and I literally had like it was. I'm talking about like this is like Facebook Live. Yeah, and there was literally nobody on there. So I think I lasted for 20 minutes. I was like, all right, so I'm just going to kind of cut it short. But I know people can see it, even though they don't see, like you can't see them, I guess. But I know that has a little count number thing or whatever. But anyway, that's here nor there. All right, Mike, you have 8 fish tanks. Okay, 3 sinks. Nice. 2. Oh, nice. I like the geckos, man. Bearded dragon. Cool, cool. Two Pac-Man frogs. Okay. Dang. I'll tell you what, if I ever see, I don't have geckos in my area, but not out here in Virginia Beach. I've never seen one at least. But I don't know if I ever see a lizard in my house, I just leave them alone. And yeah, the funny thing is, so do my cats. We have out here, it's like a lizard. This looks like a normal lizard, not like a gecko or anything. And it has, it fades into like a blue tail kind of thing. And they can get probably about, the biggest one I saw outside was probably almost maybe like 10 inches long, I'm guessing. But I saw a little one in my house just in the corner. And I was like, I mean, I'm not going to try to pick it up, take it out because I won't be able to just run it or something. And then I'm at my back door, sliding door to the backyard. One of my cats is just chilling right there, staring at me, and the lizard's sitting right next to it, just chilling. And I'm looking at the cat. I didn't want the cat to kill it, but I'm looking at the cat saying, wow, you're just doing a great job at being a cat. So, but yeah, if I saw, like I said, if I saw a lizard or a gecko, I just leave them alone in my house. I don't really care. I mean, roaches, obviously, you get rid of those, but the lizards are cool. Bearded dragon. Oh, I don't know what it was, but was it a month and a half ago, me and my wife went down to Puerto Rico. Never been there before, but she's got like some family there. So, we've been together for like 12 years. And she's like, we're going down there. It's not like you need a passport. And I was like, yeah, it's true. Just took a flight down there. But anyway, we're down there and we finally from her family, went up to San Juan and the touristy area and just walking around the streets. They have like these big green lizards. Like I don't know if they're like, I'm not even gonna throw a name out there because I don't know what I'm talking about, but they're just like, they were like 2-3 feet long from head to tail. Right. So just walking around like in the town. And it was so crazy, but it was cool looking. I don't know what kind they are, but it's just something they had there, I guess. Yeah, I think it probably was an iguana. Now that you mention it. But yeah, I've seen other friends like um in the past like have those like bearded dragons and just chilling with them. But they do seem like they're pretty cool pets, right? So I wouldn't mind. Have you ever had one of your bearded dragons bite you? I mean, if it was just like didn't bite hard, but because I don't know if it's just like a normal if they don't do that really, unless you just like piss them off. But I mean, regardless, so like I've been looking at the like you go to PetSmart and you go in the aisle and you see like the tanks with the lights and the where you can set up for like your if you get a lizard or something. I've been so tempted a few times, so tempted, but um, I haven't. I don't know if it's because I have a couple cats. Let's just say my wife's got a couple cats, even though I'm the one that does it. Like mainly cleans the litter boxes and feeds them. But I told her if you got to put them in crates to take them, if you got to take them somewhere to like the band field, that's where we take our pets to. Cats, I wouldn't even. I'm like, why? Why? Like, our cats are inside. We do not even let them outside. They're completely inside cats. Now we have two dogs that we take down there. But I'm kind of thinking, why do we need to take? Why do we have to have like a plan for cats to take down to Banfield at PetSmart at the little the vet? But okay, no. Now my leopard geckos on the other hand, but not really. But yeah, that's what I've always seen. Um, like I said, with people holding like just kind of chilling um, with their lizards and stuff like that. That they're just they seem pretty happy. So I'd be so tempted to get one. You got three cats? Okay, yeah, yeah. If you, I gotta be careful when I go. Like if we go to PetSmart and they have like the little where they display the cats, where they're trying to get people to adopt them. We were so close. We were like probably like a minute away from me being like fine. But I'm so glad I didn't. Stuck to my guns only because like the maintenance with the cats. And yeah, I think I saw. Did you? I think you put. I think I saw a video. You put a video with showing the cats and stuff, right? Was that your video? I think it was. But yeah. Oh, Mike. I don't know if you saw a Facebook Messenger about like the KG Tropicals, those guys, that couple. Um, one of the videos they mentioned you. I don't know. I mean, you probably saw it, but it was a while ago. It was like right after the introduction. He's like Mike's Aquatics and things. They're talking about filters, and you said $400 canister filter. So I don't know if you saw that part, but I just thought it was cool because those guys are like those two are like up there, you know. So once in a while, I run into people, and it's like, oh wait, oh shit, I know that person. Do I hear one of my cats snoring somewhere? I don't know. It's like a weird sleeping somewhere around here. I don't know. But yeah, okay, you did see it. All right, that's cool though. That's cool. But um, did I miss a thing here that someone wrote? That somebody wrote. Let's see. Oh shoot. Okay. So what else is going on? Sunday morning. It's kind of a 3-day. It's a 3-day weekend for me. It is. I was trying to go live last night. Had this, had my whole setup. In fact, you know what? Let me. It's so like I'll just show you my setup. I'm in my living room. My living room was just totally just destroyed for me. Okay, just for me. I have just things everywhere, like the setup here, and I can, let me see here. Let me pull this back. Pull this back here. All right, so it's like I said, I'm just like I made a mess of this whole. So this is just like a fold-out table. All right. So first of all, right there, and then like right here, I got. Let me turn this light on. But I got my flower horn. I just cleaned this tank out right here. Got the flower horn right here. She gets all crazy excited when she sees people. Always doing these little flips and stuff. I think it's a girl. I even fed her too, but she wants. And she don't have like a huge hump on her head like a lot of that. She's full grown. She's full grown, and I kind of hoping it stays like that because it doesn't look as bad. So anyway. So yeah, look, like this is like directly behind me. This is 65 gallon, tall. That's the first bigger tank that I've ever had. Okay. And so tell me this, I've read, I know people will probably be like, oh, you can't put that in there. And so this ornament, because maybe it's the plastics, but yes, I'm going to say this was not an ornament for, it wasn't in the fish aisle. Okay, this was like in the reptile aisle, and this is what but I can know they probably say don't put this in a fish tank because maybe like the plastics or whatever. This one also was. I've had this in this tank for I don't know how long, like over a year, and I've done filter, and nothing's ever got hurt, like no fish. Okay, so, but I just think, I wanted to get something big enough for her, and like I said, I think it's female, but to fit, and she fits like in there. It's like her little cave, so I think it works pretty well. I just want to hear what anybody else says. And then, so on the other side, like I said, my coffee table is I got just crap sitting there, but I got TV. I have it on like a YouTube channel, the Saltwater Guys, and then I got that tank right here. So, yeah, that's kind of like that's my front living room setup. And I would show you the other tank, like a little tour. I don't know if you can see it way in the other room over there. That's the corner of my 55 with the stand. It's hard to see. I don't have enough cord. But anyway, that's the one I had on when I was on Terry's stream a couple days ago. All right. What are you guys writing here? Excuse me. Hear that? Link 13 coffee hasn't hit him yet. Yep, get some coffee. Man, I used to drink coffee all the time, and it works. It's great, but I don't know, like if people, if you haven't had coffee in a couple days, you might get like a caffeine headache, and like I would get that, and I just didn't want to have to drink, like get caffeine to get rid of it. But I mean, once in a while, I still do. I still drink coffee. I mean, if I need to, I definitely will. And I found myself more getting one of those little Starbucks in the can type of energy coffee things or something. But yeah, like when I was still active duty, because I just, I retired. I'm like, when I was in the Navy and stuff, like coffee every morning, I get to have my coffee mug. And in fact, on these travel, oh wait, you can't see it. Hang on. Let me turn this around. So you can see this guy. Okay. The lighting is like, hopefully my GoPro doesn't Mess up here my camera. Is it crooked? It's a little crooked, but whatever. But yeah, like like these travel mugs, and I just had this made too. I just went on the Tervis website and just put this. I found out how to do a PNG, and I had this made. This is pretty awesome. I love it. But yeah, you just fill that coffee up every morning, and every day go to the ship. When I was stationed on a ship, just go there and deal with the people day in and day out. You go out to sea, and it's like you're living with these people. But I did it. I don't know how, but I'm done with it. So I'm glad. What is that? Oh, okay, Mike. Sorry. What size tank? Oh, for saltwater, that's a 150 gallon. That's a 150. Like I said, it used to be. I intended I bought it normally for the salt or fresh water. Sorry, but my overall goal was to make that a saltwater tank after a while. But it's just it's nothing. It's not like a rimless tank. It's just your what is it? What's that brand? Aqueon. Is it Aqueon? Yeah. It's like a 6 foot wide tank by, it's only about maybe like that deep. It's not like, but yeah, it fits that wall perfect right there. Oh man. Yeah, I keep forgetting. Link 13. I keep forgetting that's you. Okay. You used to get me coffee all the time. I wouldn't say all the time, man. I'd say like what if we were on watch in there up in CIC in combat, and hey, if you got away from that console, be like, hey, I'm gonna go get some coffee. You want anything? Yeah, or just get me something. Yeah, I mean, I know now. Link 13 Mania. Okay. So, would you? As far as I don't want to keep calling you by your last name like we did when we were on the ship, but what do you prefer as far as, just a name so I'm not saying Link 13, because I've known you for how long, dude? Like at least the whole time, since 14. But, which exactly was why I did it. Tell me about it. In those watches early in the morning, shoot. Yeah, anything to keep us awake, man. You're staring at that con. I was like this. That's ridiculous. But I mean, you know how important it was. So, yeah. Oh shoot. So someday I'll get I don't know. However you have to do it, just get a whole bunch of viewers and stuff, right? But yeah, I mean, Vince. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I don't want to call you. No, hey. A lot of people say, "Hey, I knew you." It's just I'll call you Chief. No, man, I'm not. I'm not Chief. Just call me Mike. All right. First name. It's Mike. I've had when I worked there over at my last command, people still had they were still saying that, but yeah, no, just call me Mike, dude. It's cool. I can call you Benny. Ah man, I gotta figure out some things to talk. Oh shoot, I gotta figure out some things to talk about. Seems like it's pretty hard to maintain viewers. I'm gonna turn this thing around back on my fish tank, so you gotta stare at me. You know, that's why I'm losing viewers, because I've just had the camera on myself. There we go. Are any fish you plan to get? Fish right now, not at the moment. I think I have plenty. I have enough in this tank right here. I don't know why it keeps going blue. Let me fix that. Let me fix that. Fix his light here. There we go. All right. Oh, so yeah, no fish right now, but I have, I got some pretty cool ones in here. A lot of tangs and some gobies and pajama cardinals and some corals. So, Oh, by the way, I do plan on I still have my drum set, and I do plan on getting new heads for it. And, it's probably setting it up in my office upstairs. Even though my wife has hers, I got her for Christmas, and she's really using it, like her own drum set. But I'm planning on, getting the dust off of it and setting it back up again. But yesterday I got the coolest thing as far as playing my guitar. I want to get back into that. I have my electric Ibanez guitar I've had for years, and I bought the wireless thing for it, where you don't have to plug the cord in. You can just plug one of the little adaptive things into your amp, plug the other into your guitar. And it was a game changer, man. I'm telling you, game changer. You ain't pulling the cord out or tripping over it or just, stepping on it. Having that little wireless thing is so freaking awesome. And you just walk around and play. It's cool. But yeah. But I'm seriously thinking about just practicing, playing some, learning some more songs, and actually maybe getting if people want to play somewhere, just getting like a little band or something. Trust me, dude. But it'll probably be guitar. I mean, I'm still gonna learn, get back with the drums. And if anybody needs to if they needed me to drum something, that's cool. But I'm actually going to get this guitar going, learn some songs, and I used to know quite a bit back in the day, But, dude, what time is it there? All right, Dave, take it easy, man. I'll catch you guys on one of the other streams. Like I said, I just want to see if this one work with the StreamYard, but it seems to work. But I do need somebody. I just want to check it out, even if it's for a minute. If somebody on here just come on sometime, just so I make sure that I'm doing this right. But anyway, I will see you later, man. Take it easy. But yeah, man. What was I talking about? Holy shit! Oh, my guitar. Right. Yeah, it's a nice one. I like it. You need to post and pin the link. How do I? Okay, so you guys don't see that. I don't know how to do that. So what I'm seeing right now is the StreamYard. I'm on StreamYard. I'm not even on YouTube. I mean, yeah. You need to post and pin the link. Yeah, I got to figure that out. It's kind of like pointless to be on StreamYard if I don't post the link anywhere, huh? But I'll have someone show me that sometime. Or I'll just YouTube it or something. Figure it out. But yeah, I'd definitely like to get that fixed and have people join in on the streams. But anyway, man, take it easy. I'm not trying to hold you up. Still there, Vinny? Yeah, dude, I gotta figure that out, man. Gotta figure that out. Oh shit. Huh. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm just, if you hear me eating something, I'm just eating raisins right now. It's what I have at home. I haven't gone to the store like in a minute. You look in the pantry and see if there's anything whatsoever that you could just eat. You know what I'm talking about. You know, after you already look in the fridge. I ain't shit. Copy and paste and pin. Oh, okay. My bad. Me and Mike have the same name, so um yeah, man. Oh shoot. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing today. Today's just gonna be a relax. No, damn, I gotta do some yard work. It was just in the front yard, really. So my backyard, uh, used to have. Yeah, I live on a cul-de-sac, so like my yard is kind of like a triangle shape. Like the front yard's smaller, the backyard's like pretty wide. You could throw a football and still be in your yard, basically. Um, but I've had weeds. Like if the grass grows, like when it grows, you know, and the weeds kind of have their little bloom thing going on, it looks like crap. But when you cut it, it's all like level and just green and looks nice. But anyway, you know, wife got tired of it. I got tired of it. I know I could weed and feed, but she had this company come out, kill everything, like our whole backyard, right? Is just brown. Like all the grass is just dead. First, the weeds died. I thought the grass was going to live. Now everything's just like dead. Front yard's good. St. Augustine grass kind of growing and moving, like spreading towards more in the front, and it's looking good. And I got to trim bushes up front because they're getting growing in front of the door. So I just been too lazy, or just been too preoccupied with my tank, my fish tank. So I need to get back out there. And it's supposed to be a nice weekend this weekend. And I want to go travel somewhere, you know, like me and the wife are off, and it's, you know, we still got tomorrow off. And I'm thinking, you know, we were supposed to go like down to the Outer Banks area, and you know, I'd never been to the Outer Banks. Yeah, out here in Virginia Beach, you could just go right to the beach, which is great. But I mean, it's cool. They got some cool shit. In fact, this weekend they have um I guess there's like they have bands, like famous like old bands that were who's out there? The ocean front. Um hey, good morning. Um Holy crap. Oh, like, you know, like have you ever heard of like the 90s band, like, or I guess they were 90s, like Vertical Horizon, Gin Blossoms? I know you've heard of them. Like they're out there and it's just a free concert. It's out by the ocean front. And there's other bands out there too. And here, you know, I'm just sitting in my house. Like I'm not talking about right now when I'm on this one. I'm talking just like yesterday. I'm just sitting here watching YouTube, just random YouTube videos, just doing absolutely nothing, and I could be out there enjoying the sun. All right, so what you got? Click the you. Okay, yes, click YouTube. Where's that at? Yes, click YouTube. Copy link paste once it appeared. 3 dots. All right, so where? So is that something that's on this? Like where you said yes, click YouTube, copy link, paste it once it appears, click 3 dots, and hit pin. So I heard we had to stay off of once you're on like that on the StreamYard, you have to stay off of YouTube. Like I know whenever you get on there on someone else's, they say get off your YouTube because it echoes or feedback or whatever. So maybe look into this an escape room. An escape room? Yeah, my wife's wanted to go to. She's told me let's go to escape rooms. And my reaction to that is always like, I don't know. I know they're probably fun. Yeah, I know they're fun. They do have them around here. There's like this cool one, I guess. Oh, okay, no, just mute the YouTube. Gotcha. Okay. But yeah, as far as no, there's a cool one down at the beach. It's like a haunted house escape room, and it's year round. I've never been to it, but eventually I might. We have a friend that actually works there, loves doing the Halloween thing year round and all that. No, just me. Okay. So Dave, I'm not trying to keep bothering you with this, but is that link here, like on the um the StreamYard? Like, where am I not seeing something or what? What's going on? Let's see. Because I see, I put the camera on. It's just going to be weird, but the link. Oh, you talking about the link over in the search bar, right? Holy shit! What is wrong with me? That's the link you're probably talking. I imagine that's what you're talking about. Oh my god. Okay, so where's the other one? All right. Click yes, click YouTube, copy link once pasted appears into the okay. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this, copy it, and this is the one that's just in the search bar, so I'm just assuming that's what I'm doing. All right, YouTube. All right, I'm back. See, I just totally screwed something. I screwed something up. Hang on. Didn't see it. Oh wait. Copy. Let me try this again. YouTube. Oh wait, let me mute my. I guess I got to mute myself. Hang on. Okay. I think I did it. Is that correct? That's just straight from the search bar up top. Because I seen it pop up in the StreamYard one just now. But hey, I mean, if y'all could see it, that's cool. No, 0 viewers. What happened? Did I just bored everybody to death? But hey, if you're good at something, right? All right. It's there. So click on that would let me join. Yeah. If you clicked on that, that would let you join in on, like, you would be like how I am, like with the video. But, you know, I mean, obviously I don't have it on my face because, you know, I'd be down to 0. Got it. Now click on 3 dots. Oh shit. Okay, stand by. All right. Click 3 dots and hit pin. Done. Three dots and hit pin. Yep. So I guess it's correct now. Now you're a pro. That's what I'm talking about. Damn. Learn something every day. Well, maybe not every day. Maybe once a week. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, Vinny, if you click on that link, it'll take you to a different window, and you hit join, and then I have to do something on my end, and then it's done. What's up? Damn, man. Stupid mouse. Repost. Wait, now it'll be there. Okay, gotcha. I thought you said I had to repost for a second. I read the one above that. I was like, okay, cool. Cool. Oh, shit. I didn't call you over dogs. It's all good. I feel I should have some kind of just like relaxing music if I'm just showing my fish tank. You know, I know a couple live feeds that just do the relaxation and they have like a coral reef and it's all pretty badass looking. And they have this relaxed music and they have like 1 million views. I'm just like, oh my God, why can't I do that? Get 1 million views. Shoot. So has anybody had or know someone that had a fox face rabbit fish like the one that I have back there hiding? That is a weird fish. It's a weird fish, but it's cool. I mean, like when it swims, it just shoots its fins up, or it camouflages itself. It always, like, if I walk up to the tank, it'll just hide. Hey, Vinny's still on or what? Yeah, my phone's charged up enough. I can join a link thing if you want to test it. Yeah, dude, join it. Test it out. I need someone to test it out. So I'm not just kind of hanging out here myself, you know. Oh shit! Oh shit! Here we go. Add the stream. What's up? Can you hear me?
This is weird,
Can you hear me?
but it works, so that's nice.
Can you hear me?
I can, yes.
Okay, nice.
Unless it's a
That's
delay
cool, man.
because I'm going through YouTube.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Have you never used StreamYard, huh?
So So I can hear you, but I can only hear you when I have YouTube on. No, I
turn. Well,
I can't
okay.
hear you through StreamYard.
So turn. Okay, so you have StreamYard up. Just click off. They always told me click off of exit out of YouTube. Because if you have YouTube up and StreamYard, there's some kind of feedback, or it's not. It doesn't.
So I clicked off of YouTube.
All right.
But I cannot hear you.
You can't hear me at all. Mute. Oh, Dave says mute your YouTube, but you already clicked off of it. Hang on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, so I can see you. I can't hear through StreamYard.
Oh, let's see. Stay. Okay, it says stay in StreamYard. Do you see anything down there? Look down, like with your the microphone and cam and all that.
Cam. Leave studio.
You leave studio? Yeah, you want to leave studio. And you still can't hear me, huh? Hang on a second.
Yeah, I could leave studio was the bad one.
Edit mic settings.
No, but I did pull up YouTube, so now there's just like a 10-second delay between you talking and me hearing.
Echo cancellation, automatically adjust mic volume. Yeah. I don't want to do that. Huh? No, I was just looking under your settings.
There we go. I can hear you now.
Oh, good.
That was a hassle. Sorry about that.
No, hey, you should have seen my first time when I tried to do this. Damn. So what are the, like, everybody wears the earphones, like when you're on streaming, like what is that for?
So the reason for the reason why I wear them is kind of twofold. So when I hear you, and if I have the mic here, because I have my mic here.
Yeah.
If I have my computer playing the audio, you'll get a feedback into the microphone.
Oh, okay.
So when you're like right now, when you're streaming with me, your laptop is playing the audio of me speaking, and the laptop can also pick up that audio, which is why it's nice to have headphones.
Okay. Yeah.
Normally for you, it's not an issue because you stream by yourself, and so the laptop doesn't really talk back to you.
Yeah, I'm usually good at streaming by myself and being the only one on. As you've seen, like the last time, like what was it, a couple weeks ago or something? When I was on there, I had like 4 people on.
Yeah. Total. Yeah, but and that's the thing with streaming too, is it takes a long time to really get anywhere, but it's fun.
Yeah, it is. I mean, ever since I got, like I said, I retired, I had time. And, I don't know. I just, ever since I started doing my fish tank, I started out with my 10-gallon and killed all the fish in there right away. Learned from that one. And kind of took off from that. And then I was like, you know what? I want to add a something to it. So I started the little Facebook group page, and then it was I think there's like 500 and some members on there, but I'm thinking like, damn, somehow I could just get all them to subscribe. But that's the tricky part.
Onto another platform.
Yeah, that's the tricky part too. On stream, okay. So what's Dave saying? On StreamYard, you can change mic. Okay, yeah. I saw you could change that stuff. Yeah, man. Dave helped us out. That's cool, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, for some reason, the reason why it was an issue is putting out to a fake audio output that is used for a different program, which for some reason became the main one for StreamYard.
Yeah.
Weird, but hey, at least your link works and you have people join in. So.
Mm-hmm. Damn. So what you been up to?
Working, lots of working.
Yeah.
For once I got out in 2018, I spent there's a 2.5 year period where I was pretty much doing just laser repairs.
Yeah.
Working for a laser CNC company, MC Machinery, which is a subsidiary of Mitsubishi. And I, in between that, about a year in, I went to go work for a college for 6 months.
Okay.
6 months because I offended somebody and I got fired.
Oh,
Not exactly shocking, if you recall my sense of humor. And then I went back.
No sarcasm whatsoever,
No. Completely serious, nothing but a professional.
Yeah.
And then now recently I just got a new job at Holzer/Weinig, which is
at where?
Holzer/Weinig, because they just kind of bought each other in a weird thing.
Okay.
But now it's a field tech that does or field work that is on CNC machines for wood processing plants. But I haven't been doing that for about a month. So
do you like it? You like it better than working on CWIS?
I like anything better than working on CWIS. CWIS is a garbage machine.
Oh man.
It was designed like 50 years ago, and there hasn't been any good updates other than going away from the hydraulic. And honestly, working on it isn't too terrible if there's more than just me to work on it. Because you're supposed to have like 3 CWIS techs, not 1. Which, not fun.
Hey, I was always telling you, hey, you got the whole division to help you out. But,
for troll and putting up links and stuff.
Whatever.
But yeah, no, it was the important thing is that in the Navy I got enough training that I'm a very hireable technician at this point.
Yeah.
Nice. Because most people that have 10 years of experience doing troubleshooting and all that are in their 40s and 50s.
I've been back there recently.
Like to the ship or?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, that'd have been weird. I'm assuming most people have rotated off by now.
You remember? I don't want to throw names out here, but you remember? Because I'm on YouTube, so we're on YouTube. Remember the first class that was in CM?
CM.
His name starts with an H.
I'm trying to think of people in, because there's the guy that left and got with one of the people who used to be in my division, who used to be the LPO before she left.
Okay, so you remember the one guy that was in CG, the first class who got out because his back, and he was a Brownwater guy. Remember?
Oh yeah, I know him.
So the other guy that was in CM that was just like him.
Oh, I don't know if I met him, or he might have just gotten there when I was.
He was there when you were there, but anyway, so let's just say pretty much everybody. There's a couple people in the mess that are still around, but they're basically all gone now. Yeah, it's a whole new, but I still go on, like my job. I don't want to throw it out there and stuff, but you'll figure it out.
Yeah, I've already kind of figured.
I still work on the same thing that I've originally worked on.
Makes sense.
Yeah, let's just say where I did my last shore duty at.
I like all this code to be like.
I know. I don't want to. Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. You don't need to know this.
Careful. But it's cool though. I mean, because it's a whole different side. Like you go there, work on stuff, and then, but yet I still train I still train the guys on like those guys on the ship.
Yeah.
And then I go, you know, I mean, it's like if they say, hey, we got GQ coming up, and you're just like, I'm not involved with that.
It's like, I'll be over here relaxing and not doing anything for this.
So I mean, I'm enjoying it, you know, like time off, you know, I mean,
you have free time.
Hell yeah.
That's I think most people, especially after retiring, which is an insanely impressive feat to be able to retire. From the Navy particularly.
How I did it, I don't know. I guess it's the even rotation of shore duty.
Yeah, FCs get a little screwed over because they have more sea time than shore time.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I don't remember, it was either 5 or 6 years on a ship to then 4 at shore or something like that, where you really don't have shore time. But there's not much an FC can do on shore other than train. Like there's no, we have this, you know, this system it's also on land, so you can just be stationed there.
Yep. But I mean, I still kind of see like certain people from there, you know, what they do, what they're up to. I mean, mostly because Facebook, but you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I forgot where you're out west, right?
Right now I'm out of South Dakota.
Oh, damn, you're like the only person in like ever
in
that
South
I've known.
Dakota? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, since I got out, I've lived in like 5 different states.
Yeah. Oh shoot! You know how Norfolk is. It trapped me.
Yeah. Yeah. Norfolk does. I still need to sell my house in Chesapeake.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's the time though?
I'm telling you, like in my neighborhood, at least, just in the whole area, the value of homes went up out here, and it's crazy.
It's insane. Just looking at Zillow, I can look at the history of like the price on my house, and I've seen it increase like $50,000. And it's like that's like I've paid it down by like 15. It's like, wow, I actually might be able to come out of the hole on that one.
Yeah, and like one thing I learned though, like a lot of people like refinance if the value of their home went up to get like the extra equity. But I learned that when they have to do an appraisal on your house, and when they do an appraisal, they don't value your home nearly as high as they would if you were selling it.
Yes.
I learned that the hard way, and I was like, are you kidding me? You know, and then someone told me, they're like, yeah. So, but I don't know. I mean, it's whatever. I'll be out here for a while, long while, and then, you know, me and my wife have talked about in the future, like, I mean, this is down, like when I'm fully retired, you know, like from this place, moving out, maybe possibly moving down to Puerto Rico.
That explains, since I know you did a trip here like a month ago or something like that.
Oh man, that was great.
Like immediately you're just in there like, no, yeah, that was fantastic. That was such a good time.
We even saw a house on Zillow advertised, and we're like, I mean, it was for like, you know, it was for 185, okay, and it was in a southern town called Salinas, and it's like a street, like just up the street from the beach, nice looking, and they're all like concrete homes, you know, because hurricanes and stuff.
Yeah,
and this house it was furnished. It had like nice tile. It had like, there was nothing, because a lot of homes out there, you look at them and they're fixer uppers, you know, like if you want to go like cheap, but this one's you know, like it was in a nice neighborhood. It was just like, I'm like, damn, I don't want to give that, but I'm not going, you know, obviously I'm not going to buy it, but it's like, shit, that'd been great.
You're sitting there like, wow, this was available like 10 to 20 years from now. That'll be perfect.
You know, but, and just didn't, I mean, they say, I don't know, you know, some people say it's slightly cheaper out there, the cost of living.
Yeah.
But, and they said something about like taxes are cheaper out. Like you don't have to like tax exemptions or something like that. Yeah. But Man, just when we were down there on vacation, just being near. I mean, yeah, I could say, "Oh, I'm going to go to the beach here," but it's not the same.
Yeah, first
And
there's
just
also
just
a lot
everybody
of
down,
beach.
like when you're just out and stuff, and like people just start talking to you and all that, and it's just I don't know. It's just it's the atmosphere and like how when we were there on a Sunday, there was like parades of cars and just going down the street, and I'm like, what's going on with this thing? And they're like, it's Sunday. I'm like, okay, and they're like, that's why it's because it's Sunday, and there's no special Sunday, you know. So, yeah. But anyway, that's one day.
It's nice to have that kind of goal though, and like have a semi plan of like how you end up. I know that I had thought about seriously just trying to end up in like Portugal or something, just because I remember it was nice area.
Yeah,
I'd have to learn Spanish, definitely have to learn
Portugal. Did
Portuguese.
we did our ship go there?
Ponta Delgado.
Yeah, that's right.
That
That
was
was
like one of the first ports. I think that was the place where there was a big event going on where Jesus
that's
walked
where they
around
had
and
those
out.
little hot dog vendors with those little things they put on top. I remember that.
I think so. I think that was also where with the little like event there was like little
Yeah.
electric go karts where you can do like bumper cars, but we weren't technically allowed to get to do that because it was operating a vehicle in a foreign
Oh
country.
yeah, man. You couldn't remember that before. You couldn't do. You could not do anything.
ZZ13,
God, good
which I
God,
don't think
man.
anyone followed ZZ13
Uh,
at all.
remember that whole thing when I got that black eye?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay,
I
but
wasn't going to
nobody.
bring that up.
Nope. Yeah, nobody believes that I was actually telling the truth about that. Like,
It was hard to believe that.
and I even, dude, I even saw it on the Simeo thing. But
But yeah, you seriously had followed it. It was an actual. I had heard later on there was like an actual issue, and I was like, I'm not going to talk about it because it's a personal thing. But
so
like,
we
I
were
felt bad.
in Suda Bay, and we all got like a group of us got like the hotel on base, the barracks or hotel, whatever the hell it's called, cross street from the neck, the little mini mart. So we're just in there, having our 3 drinks, right? And
Yeah.
and so I go to my room first, and they had the little kitchen in the front there, and I'm like, damn, this Wi-Fi sucks. And it was like, no shit, it sucked, right? So I went to someone else, like we we're all hanging out with someone else's, and I'm just kind of having our 3 drinks. And so I go later on, I walk down the hall back to my room, and I called my wife earlier before I had my 3 drinks, right? And she just talked to me, video chatting, and then next thing she knows, I'm calling her back later on that night, and I'm in the hospital at downtown Greece. So what happened was, after I went back to my room after hanging out, those are some strong drinks, man. 3 drinks, right? And I'm just in there. I'm just like, damn, this Wi-Fi sucks. So I leave. I go down the hall. I go down the outside stairs to go to the first, like the ground level, right? I make it all the way down those steps, and I walk out towards the front hotel office. And you know how you got the little drive around where a car could drive around the covered area? Well, you got that little step down right there from the sidewalk to that. And that's what I didn't see. And as soon as I stepped down, I went like that, right on my face. I made it down all those stairs, but that one last little step, it was like 10 feet away from the steps. And then, so I get up and I walk to the front desk, and the lady looks at me. She's like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, do you guys have any better Wi-Fi down here?" And it's
Priorities.
like,
You got to keep
what?
your priorities.
And she's like, "Just go sit in that chair. I'm gonna go get a Master Runs." And I'm like, "No." Next thing I know, the like ambulance shows up, and they're putting me in the ambulance, and then like they're taking me down to the hospital, and I'm in like I go in a room and I fall asleep, and I wake up, and I see remember always Master Chief now, but remember Senior Chief Nordine?
Yeah. I saw him after he made Master Chief, like right after.
Yeah. Well, I turned over, and he's sitting there staring at me. I was like, And I just went back to sleep. And I wake up and somebody else is there. And I'm just
You're
like,
not dealing with this.
oh my God. So they release me and I go back. I get in the cab, head back to the ship. And I think I just went straight to my rack, But, and I go in the mess and they're just like, and I have, I got the little thing right there. At home back, figured out. Let's see you guys are. Okay, thanks, Dave. Appreciate it for all the help, man. See you later. But so yeah, and then like I get back the next morning, I go to the mess, get something to eat, and they're like, you could clearly see. And I was supposed to remember I was supposed to re-enlist.
Yeah.
Right. On the mess deck, so I postponed it, did it topside. I had my hat on, so I could have my hat on down like this, right?
To the one that like tilts so it covers the eye.
Yeah, but that was not really working very well. So they're like, hey, Rich needs to talk to you because Rich was the CMC. And I go in there, I was like, he's like, hey man, you had a pretty good time last night. I was like, it was all right. And he's like, and he just straight up told me, he's like, I know what happened. You didn't, he's like, just don't do this, do me this, don't drink for the rest of this port visit. I was like, done.
Deal. Yeah.
Done. So, that's honest to God what happened. There obviously I'm not gonna get in a fight with anybody out there,
No.
Remember Senior Green?
Yeah. He was
like, dude, he was like, that story is totally lame. If anybody asks you, you were out in town and you were standing, like, what do you say? You're out in town and you went down to like tie your shoe and then the midget Spartan kicked you. Okay, right in the face. That's a better story. Just tell him that one.
That's exactly how I remember Senior Jerk. He did not care. He was just, this is what we're going to do. But
so for
story.
The rest of the time on that ship, I had some people in the mess. They would be like Senior Green Star. He was like, Mike Brown down. I would hear that like for the longest time, man. They would never let me live that shit down.
It didn't help too that if I remember correctly, that black eye persisted for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was there for like 2 months or something ridiculous, and it was like, wow, that's still a black eye.
Yeah, so it's like with my wife, when I called her back and I got on, like on the video, she's like, what the hell happened to you? I was just talking to you and you were fine. But yeah, so, and then I saw this, sometime later, I read the Simeo thing and I'm scanning through it. And I see like two spots where it says like, Chief Brown, didn't get, he's, and I'm just like, I was like, damn, that is true. But one thing I didn't do, I refused to do it, was if anybody else had to go to DRB for, I either wouldn't be in there, or I stood in the back, I said nothing because I would have been the biggest hypocrite ever.
And that's respectable because it would be very hard for them to look at you and be like, really? Even though it wasn't because that, it's still the story.
I didn't even want to be in there. I'm telling you that, man. For anything, if it was for another situation, for anything else, but not that, I was like, no. And then what do they do? Whenever we out chop and get back to out of that fleet or whatever, they got rid of it. And I heard that the Admiral thought it was the dumbest thing ever to have that policy.
For me, it really was because I grew up hearing stories and it's like, oh, you can only have 3 beers. It's like, look, I'm not a heavyweight drinker, but 3, like once an hour, 1 beer once per hour, only 3 times, like,
right?
That's really, you're not going to feel that because and the entire point of drinking it is to go, let's pretend I'm not on a ship when I go back tomorrow. I want to be able to pretend that I'm not going to the ship. And the only way you can do that is to drink.
Right. So,
that's better than New York. New York was interesting because I got in trouble in New York.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I don't remember, but
it was one of those things where, it's Fleet Week and I'm walking around in my like dress whites and I had McPherson was with me at the time. And we were supposed to sign out with his dad, and his dad ended up not showing up. and his dad was going to be the designated not drinker, which was required. But by that point, people were already buying us drinks, and I wasn't going to turn them down. And then he also had drinks. And it was, I will say, an entire night, which I do not remember most of because I probably had 20 to 30 drinks that day, if not more.
Mhm.
I ended up with a net $10 in my pocket from an old lady who gave me a 10 on the street, who stopped me when I want to buy your first beer and gave me a 10. And that was still in my wallet at the end of the night.
Dang. I'm trying to remember what I did in, not much. I mean, stayed like in a hotel, walked around. Yeah, it wasn't like my first Fleet Week was a lot better when I was on a different ship years ago.
Well, Bainbridge, I think, is kind of an unlucky ship considering it's the second ship, I think, in history to have the top 3 fired at the same time, which happened like right after deployment.
Was that before deployment? No, it was after. It was after.
It was after.
Yeah,
It was after deployment because one of the issues was that they kind of led to it too is they had a 7-month pregnant chick still on the ship and she was supposed to be off at like 4, and they just
there were
remember there was the gambling and there was the fireworks.
That was the big one. That was the fireworks in the magazine. Yep. And I had to assure people that was not me. So, yeah.
They twisted the story around a bit too because they were like they sold like chits so you can not be as military, looking with the whole no shave chit thing, and then they used that money to buy fireworks, and then this chief took all the fireworks home and didn't reimburse, and that was how like the news and all that were kind of portraying it, even though that's the wrong order.
Yeah. Well, I was in Surf Alpha, and I came back to the ship one day, and one of the other chiefs told me about it in the parking lot, and it was your old chief told me that. Your old female chief.
Old is the key word.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well, you kind of narrowed it down when you said female, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm just glad those days are pretty much, are over. And a lot of people are glad. So.
Well, most people are. And it's.
Yeah.
It's dangerous to try and do 20 years in the Navy now because I've heard so many stories.
It depends if you keep a steady rotation of ship and shore. If you do all ship, it'll burn you out. Oh, man.
You know what? I would almost rather just do deployment after deployment versus workups. Because that was the worst part that I could remember is preparing for the next deployment and doing all the shipyard. And then from there, we're doing all the training to get certified so we can go in deployment again. All of that was what was sucky. Because it was just week after week of just pushing and pushing and pushing. And then it's like, oh, we're going to be in port this week. But for that, we're going to do a fast cruise.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, but I mean, the fast cruises usually didn't take, sometimes they were quick.
It was usually like 2 or 3 days, but they liked to do it on a weekend or a week in port.
Come in on Sunday. Yeah. Come in on Sunday. We're gonna do a fast cruise the day before we go out to sea for a month.
Yeah, thanks.
And then you come back and you got duty.
That's it. And then you're only back for 1 day, so it's like you really have 2 months out.
Yeah.
There's so many things that can just build up, especially I like the fact that they had the whole early bird for deployment, which I hadn't heard of before.
Oh, they've had that a lot, every ship.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is I'm pretty sure that's a common thing. I just hadn't heard of it, but it's pretty ingenious. So you don't come back from this 7 or 8 month deployment and then go, all right, you have duty.
Yeah.
Stay on the ship.
Yep. And you know what was worse? You're in the duty section and you're in your duty section with your chief. And it's a weekend and all you want to do is go to your rack and sleep. But then they have you work until about 1500 and then you got to go and watch an hour later.
Yeah, and then or even better.
I've had those
like,
days when I was a junior. That was the worst, man.
The one that built up for me is the duty section training was just, it was never at a good time. It was never at a good time,
Yeah,
especially for like, at the end I was doing duty armor,
yeah.
and duty armor is not easy, and there's a lot
Oh,
of things people usually do to make it a
I had
little
to do
easier.
that for like the last 3 months I was on the ship.
Yeah, sorry about
No, that was you.
that. I was gonna say that was. I remember someone messaging me like, "Wow, Mike's really mad at you.
Nah,
He
I
doesn't
got
want to
rid of my
stand that."
nice. I had to get rid of my nice cushy. What was it like? I had the keys for like the cipher up forward,
Yeah, then you got
and that
all
was
of them
it.
instead.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
Miss Brown's on.
hello,
That name looks familiar, huh?
a little bit.
Yeah,
See that first name a lot though.
yeah. That's the wife on there.
Surprise. Sorry for the random other person in your husband's stream.
Nah, she doesn't know. This is he was on the ship with me. She's like, you are. Well, why are you so dark? I don't know. I got a tan. You can see, it's actually like fading away now. Look at that. I had a good tan going on when we were down there, but I don't know. The lighting in here is just. I'd rather my face be dark than all lit up, where people be like, but I don't know. Trying to figure out what else I'll be doing today.
Hopefully something enjoyable. You did mention guitar and drums.
Yeah. Wait, what did she write?
Elbow cough, like the.
Oh, what does that mean? It's funny how it shows on my side. I can see 0 viewers, but I don't know if you can see that.
I can't. I think it's because I'm just I'm a guest, which I'm pretty sure means that you can quick kick me out very quickly as a safety measure for the main streamer.
Yeah, but I think like I don't think that counter shows other people. Like people can still see it. If I think they have to be logged in or actually logged in or what do you call it? Subscribe to your channel. I don't know. Like to actually see the number, or maybe that's just the people that are in the live chat. Probably just that. But what is she saying? The fish? Oh, that fish behind me. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. That fish right there, that flower horn. Come here. It does that. That fish does that all the time.
That's really cool.
Yeah, but she looks all like playful and innocent. But if I put like another fish in there, she will tear it up. Like, because flower horns are a mixture of, I can't remember what, but just like a mutt,
Yeah.
And yeah, I think she's pretty much just doing that because she wants to get some food, even though I fed her.
It's a good looking fish, though.
Yeah, I like how flower horns usually have that big old ball on their head. That one, hers is like small. Like I hope if it stays like that, that's cool. Yeah, but they say if you put your finger in there and they think it's food, they can actually draw blood. Sometimes. There's a cat down here too.
That's risky business. Do you have a special litter on them or something so the cats can't get in to the fish? Or
yeah, I mean, you can see the little notch right there sticking up. Like that's the glass lids. But
okay,
I mean, right next to it is that couch right there. But they don't jump up. Right? They don't. They haven't jumped up there. Not that I know of. And if they do, they'll only do it once. if they fall in the if they somehow break the glass or something. But I should just purposely keep the glass lids off just so like if they fall in, they won't do it again. Would she say no when she sees me? She dances. I don't know. Oh, okay. Yeah, she does. Pretty entertaining though, I guess, just to walk up to it. I cleaned that thing out yesterday. It looks pretty decent right now.
Oh yeah.
Did a water change, but I have a submersible pump that I put in there. A little Perry jet inductor. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, and thanks. I don't think you'd quite use something quite so insane for that.
Right? It would suck that water like that fast. But
when you need to change the water in a hurry.
Yeah, and everything else in it too. All that gravel would just be like whoosh.
Yeah, probably not the best idea.
Yeah, probably not.
Would be neat
So,
though.
So do you like living in like a suburb area or just kind of like a normal or like a city area?
It's city area right now, which isn't really my preferred place to live, but it's the best place I could find. Because when I applied for the job the second time, I applied for North Carolina, and I had gotten rehired almost immediately for North Carolina, and they went, well, we know we need to catch up a little in Chicago, so we have you out of Chicago, their main headquarters.
Yeah.
Just to catch up in that area, and then we'll send you out to North Carolina. Perfect, cool. I ended up being in a hotel there for 2 months. And then they went, you're South Dakota guy. And they moved me over here. And I was like, I know nothing about this state. I've been looking up places in North Carolina, but now I'm suddenly in South Dakota. So it's just the best apartment I could find for the deal. The one nice thing is it was in the middle of like the real big COVID, like everyone was freaking out about it. So no one was moving. So the apartment I got for really, really cheap because they just couldn't get anyone to move in. So it's a pretty nice place, and it's only like $600 something a month.
Damn, you know how much it is out here.
Oh yeah, even here. If I looked at another apartment, it's almost double that for this size apartment because it's a 2-bed 1-bath apartment, and it's like the largest one they offer for the 2-bed 1-bath. It's just the way that they do their math is the longer it's open, the less they charge, and then it'd been open for a number of months because of COVID, even though it normally would have been.
I would have pictured you like moving out there, living in like, in a cabin by a river by the mountains or something.
That was my goal. Well, actually, I had found a place in North Carolina that was in the perfect location. It was about an hour from the Charlotte airport, and it literally was just a cabin. It was a cabin in the woods, but it had electricity, it had running water, it had cable, it had internet, and it was only like $400 a month. And I was like, this is perfect for me because it was a nice layout.
Did it have an in-cabin bathroom?
The bathroom it was in the cabin, but it did have walls, so it's not just like here's the shower next to the bed.
Oh, okay, that's what you're saying.
But it was really nice, and for the money, I was like, that is exactly what I want. Like it's all wood hewn, like log cabin, so nice. And then they're like, nope, South Dakota. Crap, I need to move somewhere fast.
Dang.
But now I'm probably gonna be moving to Arizona.
Arizona.
Yeah.
Where at?
Somewhere within an hour of the Phoenix airport because my current job flies me out on Monday and flies me back on Friday. So I just need to be close to a decent airport, and that's where.
Well, I'll say what everybody else says. It's hot, but it's a dry heat.
Yeah. I've been there a few times. I was there earlier this year, as a matter of fact, because our uncle got kind of sick, so I took some days off and I drove her down there. And, yeah, it's still hot.
Phoenix in years.
Probably just as hot as you remember. It's insane. And the prices are going up there because all the people in California are moving out to Arizona now.
Yeah.
And since they're so used to spending like $3 million on a shack, it's like $300,000 for like a 5-bed, 2-bath. They're just buying them all up for insane prices. So that'll be interesting. Yeah,
South Dakota, man. There's like 5 people there total.
Probably. I think I've met 2 of them. Before this, I also lived in Iowa, in Davenport, which is not a bad area. Did live in Arizona already for a couple months. Was in Oregon for 6 months while I was working for the college.
Yeah.
So
You can always come back to Norfolk.
I could. I have a house there. The downside is no. It's just I don't know. Everything is so cram packed there. It makes it very hard to
Man,
work.
if you think that's crammed, go live in Chicago area.
I did for 2 months in a hotel.
Wow.
And I would not want to live there. But I don't know. I've thought about it, but I have my house, so I'd be able to move back to the house and then like actually be able to just pay mortgage instead of rent and all that.
Yeah.
But the downside is with my job is I'm gone literally Monday through Friday. So it'd be nice if the wife was around her family, and she has family in Arizona. So
Yeah.
when I'm gone, it'll be a bit easier for her to hang out with like her brothers or her mom or something.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, I'm in Virginia Beach. You know how that place is.
yeah, I mean, I will say though, like there are very nice areas in Virginia. Like there's a lot to do. There's a lot of there's a couple kind of bad neighborhoods, but there's not many.
Yeah. Hang on a second.
And
Yeah.
of course, you have beaches not too far away.
Yeah. I mean, if I ever go to I don't know why I totally forgot. Let me try to straighten this up. If I totally forgot that, if you go to the beach, like, you have access, and I still have access to like, to the bases and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Boy, that did a whole bunch, huh? Like I could just go to Dam Neck Base and go to the beach there,
That's where I'd go. I really like Dam Neck. That was the first place I was ever stationed.
For one,
just screwed me.
parking.
Yeah. There's a lot of parking there. Like, and no one ever goes there either. Like, no one. I very rarely see that little beach packed. It's always.
The only time I've obviously,
families.
been there, obviously, was during like C school. And
yeah.
When you were there, did they have that McDonald's still there, or was that already gone by the bowling alley?
I think it was right after the McDonald's was gone when I got there.
Man, I remember going there, and they had like the rudest employees there. It's like they really like hated their job so much. I remember that specifically, and I'm just like, whatever. This place ain't gonna last very long, and it didn't.
No, they did revamp the gym. Now it's been a couple years now, but they revamped the gym like in.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't like about that gym was I thought it was okay. So remember boot camp. Remember how everybody had to when you showered.
Yeah, I recall.
And they had the pole. They had like
the pole you had to stand around, so you're looking at each other.
Oh my god, dude! They had the pole, and then the shower heads coming out around the pole. So yeah, you're literally staring at each other when you're
with this thin pole between you. You're like, I can't line it up. I'm trying to line it up.
You're just
you were lucky if you got one of the wall heads.
Yeah, like when I was there, they had the wall. It was just down the wall, So it was like at least you're facing the wall, right?
Yeah.
Well, if I remember right, the Dam Neck though had the same type of shower. It was the same thing in there, and I'm just like, why?
Why are you punishing us for working out? Although most people that go to the gym there are going back to their barracks room.
Yeah, but it was just it was just the concept of that was just dumb.
Yeah. That it's a nice gym now. I hope they fix that because that's you're not gonna get a lot of people working out with a shower with that particular style.
Yeah, but yeah, the gym. I mean, that's like one of the only places I saw had a racquetball court. If you play racquetball.
Yeah, and racquetball, that's a good workout. Like you will be sweating in like 5 minutes. Or you're gonna be on the ground because you got beamed.
I kind of played it a little here and there, like when I was in high school. Not like on a team, just like my first high school I did for 3 years. Like there was like 2 blocks away, there was the Y. So I literally walked there after school. This is before I drove, and just kind of waited for like to get picked up from like when my parents, like one of them would come pick me up. And so I just like walked there, and I actually started working there too after school. So I had a free membership, but I mean, I didn't mind actually going there, working out, playing basketball. I even did the little racquetball thing for a little bit just to pass the time. And yeah, I kind of need to do that stuff today, like these days.
Well,
You
you were
know,
wondering what you're going to do later today, so
yeah, man, like the Y memberships are like $70 a month. But I mean, I do have membership to the gym. It's like way cheaper than that. It's like a whole year, but I need to utilize it. I need to go
yeah,
because
if you don't use it, it's just a fat tax.
I've noticed that putting on a little bit of retirement weight.
Well, then I'm sure you don't walk around as much as when you did when you're on a ship.
Oh yeah,
That was one of the things. You're constantly going up and down ladder wells, and you're always in a hurry, and you're always going across the entire length of the ship. Oh, I forgot something forward. Now I have to go over there, and now I got to go back.
Oh God, yeah. Yep, that happened all the time. Yep. But it still happens today with me sometimes when I go on one of them. It's like, hey, one of the sailors would be like, hey, it's back aft in the, and it's like, oh God, but oh, is that a cat? What kind of cat you got there?
I got 2 of them.
Oh, I see him.
There we go.
Yeah, we have one that's also gray and white. And then we have one that's all black. It's a Bombay. And I swear to God, like they're both fixed, it's male and female, but anytime the black cat sees the other one, like she'll, like most of the time, about 90% of the time, if she gets too close, she'll like hiss at him. They'll chase each other around the house. And then next thing you know, I see them just sitting next to each other, chilling.
Yep.
And it's like, really? I mean, but sometimes you see each other and then you just like, I don't know if that's just them like playing or something, but you could tell if they got in a good one, I could see some of the cat like in a little clump just sitting around somewhere. Yeah. But so we got those 2. We got 2 dogs. They're littler kind of dogs. And a few fish tanks.
A few, just a few.
Yeah. Well, I got that 150. That's a 65. In the other room, I have a 55 long with it's freshwater with some cichlids. And then upstairs in the office, I have a 30-gallon, which is some extra, like a few extra fish in there.
At what point does it turn from a few to a lot? Because I feel like you might be on the a lot side.
Oh, I was worse, man. Like my office upstairs used to have 1, 2, 3. I had like 5 little tanks upstairs. And so I have one. Well, I have a 2.5-gallon setup because like one of the cichlids had babies and I saw them swimming around. So I got them out of there real quick before they got eaten, which normally I'd be like, I wouldn't know about it, but I saw them. So I was like, I'll just put them in this other tank, let them grow and see what they actually are because I'm not quite sure what they're too young. I think they're geophagus, like cichlids. I don't know, but yeah, I'll probably end up just like giving them somebody anyway. I really don't care.
There you go.
Is that Halloween collar?
It is. It's Hall. My wife got that. And this one is Hall. The other one is
Hall?
Oats.
Oh yeah, Hall and Oates.
Yeah, they were strays, and they were found together, and we think they're brothers.
Oh, okay. But I mean, like they get along and everything, and
oh yeah, we'll constantly find them just like cuddled up on a chair, and then they'll be fighting, and they'll be running around the house, and they'll cuddle back up.
Yeah, that's cool. Yep. I don't know.
They're alive though.
Yeah.
Eventually, I'll probably get fish again. Probably a beta fish just by itself, and
yeah. Well, I mean, they're easy to take care of.
And that's kind of the thing is I want something easy to take care of, and we when we move, we plan on having one kind of like office area for all the crafts and the streams and stuff like that, and that's probably where we would keep it because we don't want the cats going in there anyways.
Yeah, that's cool. But well, I'm gonna have to get going, man. I gotta take care of some stuff and get the day started, and all that good stuff.
We go to the gym.
Well, my dogs are in the other room. I can hear them kind of getting all rowdy. I think probably got to take them out real quick.
Well, it was nice, being able to kind of shoot the shit with you a bit, and
Yeah, I finally got this thing to work.
yeah, and it works, and the really nice thing is that it's doing what it's supposed to. So
Yeah, so I don't know. I think I might maybe tonight. I don't know if I'm just kind of chilling out. I might just kind of do another. I'm not saying expecting you to come back on and stuff, but I don't know if you're just kind of bored. I'll probably be on here again. I don't know. Maybe decisions.
yeah, I mean, if I see you go live, I'll at least hop in the comments
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
and all that, because
Yeah.
why not? I have no reason not to, and usually some interesting stories pop up or some interesting facts about fish. So
Yeah, and now since I got this, hopefully other people, can hop on here too, and so I'm not just sitting here twiddling my thumbs and stuff.
sometimes it's hard to react to comments that have like a 10-second delay as well, because you say, "Oh, so is anyone doing anything?" There's a comment, and then trying to respond,
Yeah.
and it makes it kind of difficult. As opposed to this, where it's kind of more direct. But you also have to be careful you don't get some weirdo kind
Yeah.
of comment in.
So what's too much fish now? I know. I'm like, hey, there's fish that I can sell and get rid of. Like, that's the last one she'd let me get rid of. Is that flower horn? But she has a few fish that she absolutely got attached to. But I don't know, man. Anyway, I'm gonna take off and start my day. Try to be somewhat productive.
Good luck.
Yeah. All right. I'll talk to you later.
Yep. Later.
See you. All righty. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. And now I have this down pat. I can have people join in on this live stream. And I may come back later on, or if someone else is doing a stream, if I hop on theirs, whatever. So, all right, everybody, just let them. No, okay. You're like, no. Just let them die out. This has died off and come back so many times. Like, I don't even know how. Well, I have to go anyway because I hear the dogs starting to cry and they probably need some attention. Or better yet, let's just do this. I'll do this and see. Oh, that reflection is horrible. Look at that. I got to do that part at nighttime. That reflection is just horrible. Let me run them out real quick.